Have you ever wondered what secrets your house holds from decades past? I never did, until I found that brass key. Now, I wish I'd never discovered what lies behind those doors through time. It started during the renovation of my Victorian home last month. While removing old wallpaper in the study, I discovered a small metal box embedded in the wall. Inside lay a single brass key, ornate and impossibly well preserved, with strange symbols etched along its shaft. I assumed it was just another artifact from the house's 150-year history. That night, I decided to try the key in various locks around the house, more out of curiosity than anything else. When I inserted it into the study door, something felt different. The air grew heavy and the temperature dropped suddenly. As I turned the key, I heard a sound like distant whispers echoing through time. When I opened the door, I stepped into the same study, but not my study. The furniture was different, older. A gas lamp flickered on the desk, and outside the window, horse-drawn carriages clattered down cobblestone streets. Somehow, I had walked into 1873. I should have stopped there, should have closed the door and thrown that key into the deepest part of the ocean. But curiosity is a dangerous thing. Over the next few days, I discovered the key worked differently depending on the time of day and which door I used. The front door led to 1923, the kitchen to 1945, the basement to 1957. Each time period showed me a different family living in my house, but something wasn't right. In every era, I noticed the same shadowy figure watching from corners, its form barely visible but unmistakably present. In 1923, I witnessed a séance gone wrong, where a medium tried to contact the other side, but instead unleashed something that made the participants flee in terror. In 1945, I saw a family huddled in the basement, hiding not from war, but from something moving through the house above them. In 1957, I watched children playing with a Ouija board, their faces turning white as every candle in the room suddenly extinguished. But it was what I discovered in 1873 that changed everything. The original owner, Theodore Barrett, had been an occultist who claimed to have found a way to bend time itself. In his journal, I read about his experiments with doors and portals, and his success in creating a key that could pierce the veil between years. What he didn't realize was that he had also pierced something else, something that had been waiting for such an opportunity. I began noticing changes in my present-day house. Objects moved on their own. Doors I knew I'd locked would be wide open. Sometimes I'd catch glimpses of people from different eras walking through my halls, unaware they were being observed. But worse were the shadows. They were growing stronger, more numerous. Last week, I made a terrifying discovery. In every time period I visited, I found records of mysterious disappearances. People who vanished without a trace, all previous residents of this house. As I dug deeper, I realized they had all found the key before me. Each had explored the house's past, and each had eventually disappeared, becoming part of the house's dark history. The shadows are watching me more openly now. Yesterday, I saw my own face in a window reflection, but I wasn't alone. Behind me stood figures from every era, their forms distorted and wrong, reaching for me with hands that seemed too long, too sharp. I tried to destroy the key, but it always returns, appearing in unexpected places. I've sealed off doors with concrete, only to find them open the next day. The boundaries between times are breaking down. This morning I saw a horse-drawn carriage pass by my window, followed immediately by a 1950s Chevrolet. The house is bleeding time. The worst part? I'm beginning to see myself in other periods. Yesterday, while looking through the study door into 1923, I spotted someone who looked exactly like me, standing in the corner, watching the séance. In 1945, I saw myself again, lurking in the basement shadows. We're not supposed to exist in multiple times. It goes against every natural law. I'm writing this as a warning. The key isn't just a portal through time, it's a lure. Whatever Theodore Barrett awakened has been using the key to collect souls across decades, feeding off the curiosity of those who find it. We're not owners of this house, we're its prey. The shadows are at my door now. I can hear whispers from every era of the house's history, calling to me. The key sits on my desk, glowing faintly in the darkness. Maybe if I try one more door, I can find a way to end this. Maybe in some other time, there's a solution. Or maybe that's exactly what it wants me to think. If you ever find an ornate brass key with strange symbols for your own sake, leave it where it lies. Some doors are meant to stay locked, sometimes are meant to stay separate, and some curiosities are better left unsatisfied. But if you're reading this, it's probably too late. You've already found the key, haven't you? And now you're wondering which door to try first. I understand, I felt the same way. Just remember, when you start seeing yourself in other times, watching, waiting, reaching out with those distorted hands, well, now you know what's really happening. The house doesn't just contain time portals, it collects us. And soon, you'll be part of its history too.